Hey, Bobby. This morning, Joker Phillips said Western's running game last year was a slap in the face. How do you respond to that?
Well, I don't know how to take that. Only thing I can say is offensively, we did some good things, especially moving the ball and running. And that's what we continue to do. And that's about it.
Do you think it's going to make it that much tougher this year, knowing they'll be keying on you and stopping the run as a whole?
Well, I think they did that last year. They knew we was going to run the ball, and still had success. So, same mentality that we're going to have, the same mentality we had last year, we're going to have this year. You know, which we already know that everybody knows we're going to run the ball. So, we expect nothing different about that.
Bobby, it sounded like Coach Boone came in the other night and said he wasn't really a fan of the 5'9" running backs or something like that.
Yeah.
Take us through that story real quick.
He said he never had a guy that's under 6 foot, and I told him I'm not your average 5'8" guy.
Jerry, how excited are you to be playing Kentucky this way? I mean, I know you've gone through fall camp, hitting each other for the past 4 or 5 weeks, and now it's you're 3 days away from it. Just kind of talk about that.
We're real excited to be playing Kentucky this week. We're tired of hitting each other. We've been hitting each other for about 4 weeks, so we're ready to hit some blue.
What's kind of going through your mind for both of you guys right now? I mean, just 3 games away. I mean, I guess technically real prep for UK started maybe late last week, but to know that, you know, it's Monday, it's your typical game week now. I mean, what's going through your all's minds right now?
Well, for us, like the offense, for one, I think we will be the only game at that time on TV. So it's a televised game with all the eyes on us. And offensively, we got to step up. We got to give the people a show. And basically, everything is important. All the details, the small details, is very important because it's game week. Everybody has to be focused, and that's what we want to go down there and do: stay focused and not hurt ourselves and finish the 4th quarter.
Yeah, like Bobby said, all the details, we're just working on all the little things, making sure we're getting all our checks and things right. Just trying to be sharp for these last couple of days we got, so we go out there and do what we got to do.
Jerry, how far do you think the defense has come between last year's meeting where you gave up a lot of points coming into this season? You know, where I guess at the end of the year last year, y'all were one of the better defenses in the league. How far has the defense come from that point to this point?
We came a long way. We've grown up a little bit. We got different starters in a couple different positions within that game. And I feel like they'll probably do a better job. They will do a better job.
Bobby, we talked about just the opportunity that this game has presented. We talked about it, you know, for weeks now. You mentioned it being on national television, the only game on TV that night. Does that even make it even bigger for you guys, just because you know that the spotlight is going to be on you guys because it's one of the first games of the year?
Oh yeah, and it's against UK. That's the same team in our state. So therefore, we're playing the same team in our state. It's like a rivalry, whatever everybody consider, because it's in the same state or whatever. And then televised with a nice crowd, nice field. It's huge, and everybody's excited about it. I guess that's what the thing is like with everybody. Everybody's excited about the whole thing. Televised, Titan Stadium, and the crowd. It's all exciting.
Yeah, it's a real big deal for us. It's televised. Just basically an opportunity to put Western on the map as far as football goes. That's how we're looking at it.
Are you guys hoping they kind of overlook you a little bit and you come out and maybe punch them right in the mouth, start the game off?
We're not really hoping for anything. We're just preparing ourselves to put ourselves in the best position. We're not focusing on, oh, they're going to overlook us or they're not worried about us. We're just going to practice hard, keep practicing hard, and getting ready.
Personnel's a little different for them when you played them last year, especially on offense, but well, I guess defense too. But how much are you guys looking at last year's film? Any at all?
Well, not too much, but we're looking at some film that we're watching, things that we did good at, or whatever. Even though we know they've switched their defense schemes up now, or whatever. But we're not looking at it too much, though.
We're on the defense side of the ball. We've looked at it like towards the end of the camp. They should be basically really the same offense, but they're gonna have some different things. But we looked at things that we did bad and see how we could correct them and stuff like that, and use some of those tendencies they had against us. Since we had the same kind of defense, just with a different coordinator, he runs different things, so they probably will see a lot of the same things.
Jared, can you give us a scouting? Can you give us a scouting report on Kentucky's offense, what they do well, and areas you might be able to take advantage of?
Well, they got a zone concept sometimes. They pass it, and they do a lot of boot, so we're gonna be ready just
Okay.
panic, man.
That's fine. So quarterback contained, probably a big issue, you think, keeping the quarterback contained on bootlegs?
Oh, no, we're not worried about that. We're going to keep it contained all game.
Okay,
So,
thanks.
You know, they have one of the more veteran offensive lines. You got a guy starting Ramel Lewis, taking Jamarcus Allen's place this week. He's had a lot of playing time the past couple years, hasn't really started a whole lot. What are your expectations for him? You guess you'll be playing next to him this week.
we're not worried. Ramel's a good defensive tackle. We're ready for him. We got everything covered.
Jared, Morgan Newton has played a little bit. What have you seen out of from him, and just what you would like to try to do with a guy that has a little bit of experience but not a ton?
Morgan, he may have a tendency to take off a little bit more than the old quarterback, so we're gonna have to probably keep him contained a little bit more. That's one thing we're worried about, but we're not worried about, but focusing more on is keeping him contained and keeping our pass rush running.
It's a little bit easier, or maybe easier is not the right word, but knowing you don't have to worry about a player like Randall Cobb being on the side of the ball this time around.
Most definitely. You can answer that one as well. Yeah, we're glad he's not over there no more, man. He can stay at the Packers right now. We're glad he's not on Kentucky. We're definitely.
Bobby, how much more prepared do you think this team is to face Kentucky now than you guys were last year?
Well, first day of camp was better than last year, so that was a start. And with the process that we got going on with the athletes we got coming in, they're here, whatever, and they all are getting better. Everything's better than last year, basically. And with the athletes coming in, and with the veterans still here that help us, whatever. So with everybody in and the things that they do, it's better than last year.
Offensively, you've got a true freshman looking to start with Bo Brand at wide receiver. What have you seen from him during this camp, and how excited are you that he'll be lining up with you on Thursday?
I'm very excited for Bo Brand. He's one of the guys that make plays, and that just goes back to say with my backup with Quarters. He's a good running back. He brings another gear to the table with running back, and like forward with Bodo and other freshmen, JG Germany, and other guys, little freshmen. They all bring something to the table, and the only thing we got to do is just make sure they stay in their playbook, and so they can come out and help us.
How's K1 looking?
K1 looking great. I felt good about K1 after the spring game. He looked amazing. So therefore, I think he's, like you say, he's maturing. He understanding what his role is, what he has to do to make this team better.
Anything else, guys?